English à la Keifak.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to English à la Keifak. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Maya. It is really nice to have you here with us again.
Today we are talking about a question that sounds simple, but when you really think about it, it is actually quite deep. How do you spend your life wisely?
I love this topic, Daniel. We all know that life is short, right? But if you look at an ordinary day, most of us spend hours on things that do not really matter to us.
Exactly. So today you can just relax, listen, and think about this question with us. It's a great chance to enjoy a real conversation and pick up some natural expressions along the way.
Yes, and as always, if you enjoy spending time with us, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us make more episodes for you.
Absolutely. So, Maya, where should we start?
Well, let me start with a question for you. If you suddenly found out that you had much less time than you thought, what would you stop doing right away?
Wow, that is a big question to start with.
I know, but think about it. What is the very first thing that comes to your mind?
Well, to be honest, I guess I would stop spending so much time on my phone.
Really? That was your first thought?
Yes, honestly. I spend so many hours every week just looking at screens, checking messages, or watching random videos.
I feel the same way, Daniel. And that's actually a little scary. We both know our time is limited, but we still use our phones every day for things that are not even important.
Right, that's the strange part. Most days, we act like we have endless time. We tell ourselves, I'll do that later, or I'll call my friend next week.
Or the famous words, I'll do it someday.
Oh, someday. That word is dangerous, Maya.
It really is. Someday sounds like a real date on the calendar, but it's not.
And I've realized that I'm very good at using that word.
I actually have a good example of this from a few months ago.
Tell me, what happened?
Well, I had a free Saturday with no work and no plans. I was so excited because I promised myself I would have a wonderful day. I wanted to read a book, go for a long walk in the park, and call my friend Sarah.
That sounds like a perfect Saturday. So, did you do all those things?
Not at all. I sat on my couch in the morning, picked up my phone, and started watching short videos. And then, Daniel, suddenly it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh no, 6 hours just vanished.
Exactly. I kept saying to myself, just one more video. And by the evening, I looked at the clock and felt terrible. I had a free day, but I didn't feel free at all.
That's a powerful way to put it. You had the time, but you didn't actually live it.
Yes, and since that day, I've tried to be much more careful with my free time.
That reminds me of something that happened to me last year at work.
What was that?
Well, I was working on a big project with my colleague, Tom. We finished the main part of the project early, but I spent 3 extra nights staying late at the office, just fixing tiny details that nobody would ever notice.
Why did you do that?
Honestly, because I wanted everything to be perfect. But on the 3rd night, late at night, I looked at my desk and thought, why am I here? Is this small detail really worth 3 evenings of my life?
And what was the answer?
The answer was definitely no. The project was already good enough. I was giving my time and energy to something that looked productive, but it was not actually useful.
I think that happens to a lot of people. We often confuse being busy with using our time well.
I agree. You can have a very busy day where you answer 50 emails, clean your room, and check 10 small things off your list. But at the end of the day, you still feel empty.
Because those small tasks feel urgent, even when they are not your real priorities.
Exactly. And another thing I have noticed is how fast time seems to pass when every day looks the same.
Oh, yes. Do you remember when we were kids? Summers felt like they lasted forever.
I was thinking about that the other day. When I was 10 years old, 1 week of summer felt huge.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because everything was new then. We were trying new games, going to new places, making new friends. But as adults, we love our routines.
That is so true. We wake up at the same time, drink the same coffee, sit in the same room, do the same work, and watch the same shows in the evening.
And then we look back at the last 6 months and ask, where did the time go?
So maybe one reason time feels like it's moving faster is that our days are too similar.
I think so. When every day is identical, your brain doesn't create new memories, so the whole month just blends together into one short moment.
But Daniel, adults like comfort. I like having a routine, to be honest. Comfort feels good.
I like comfort too, Maya, but I think if every day is comfortable, life becomes very small.
So what are you saying? Should we make every day stressful and unpredictable?
No, of course not. That would be exhausting. But I think we need some new experiences to make life feel bigger. You could take a different street when you walk home, try a new food, or talk to someone new.
Okay, I see your point, but let me challenge you on something else you said earlier.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Earlier, you said you want to use your time productively, but I actually think productivity can become a trap.
A trap? How so?
Well, some people try to make every minute of their day useful. They want to read educational books, exercise, learn a language, work on their career, and reach big goals all the time.
Well, you're kind of describing me right now.
I know I am. But think about it, Daniel. Life is not a company, and you're not a work project. Sometimes sitting on the grass with your family or having a long cup of tea with a friend produces nothing. You don't gain a new skill, and you don't complete a goal, but it's still a wonderful use of time.
I agree that spending time with family and friends is important, Maya. But if I only relax and do nothing, I might enjoy today, but I won't like where my life is in 5 years. I think goals give life structure and direction.
Goals are fine, but if you spend your whole life working for tomorrow, when do you actually enjoy today?
That's a fair question. So maybe the problem isn't work versus rest. Maybe the problem is spending energy on things that don't actually matter to us personally.
Yes, exactly. If you love your job and it gives you meaning, then working late might be worth it for you. But if you work 10 hours a day just to buy a bigger television that you're too tired to watch, that's when you forget what really matters.
That makes a lot of sense. I guess that's the real price, isn't it? Our time. Everything we buy or do costs us time.
Let me ask you another hard question, Daniel. When you imagine yourself as an old man, looking back at your life, what do you think you would regret the most?
That is a deep thought. Let me take a moment to consider that. I think I would regret being too afraid to try new things.
Fear of failing?
Yes, or fear of looking silly, or waiting until I felt 100% ready. I've spent a lot of time in my life waiting for the perfect moment to start a project or make a change.
And the perfect moment never really comes, does it?
Never. I think I have to start before I feel ready. What about you, Maya? What would you regret?
For me, I think I would regret putting off relationships. I would regret saying, I will visit my parents next month, or I will meet my old friend when I am less busy. Because one day your life may be very different and you cannot get that time back.
That is so true. We often only notice the true value of time when we cannot buy it back.
Exactly. And another mistake I see people make is staying in things for too long because they have already invested time in them.
Like staying in a job they dislike or continuing a project that is not working?
Yes. People think, well, I've already spent 2 years on this course, so I have to finish it, even if I hate it now.
But those 2 years are already gone anyway.
Right. So the better question is not, how much time have I already spent? The real question is this worth my time right now, today?
I really like that way of thinking. I think that's a much better question. What do I want to spend my time on next?
So, Daniel, after this whole conversation, do you feel like you know how to spend life wisely?
Well, honestly, I don't think I have a perfect answer. But maybe spending life wisely is not about finding more time. Maybe it's just about noticing where our time is already going.
I really like that, Daniel. Maybe we don't need to change our whole life. Maybe we just need to notice one small thing.
Exactly. What about you, listening to us right now? Is there something in your life that you keep putting off for someday?
Maybe today is a good day to think about that. What is one small thing you would like to give a little more time to? Let us know in the comments below. We always love reading your thoughts.
Yes. Thank you so much for spending some of your valuable time with us today.
And remember, you don't have to understand every word. Just keep listening, and you'll understand more and more.
Exactly. Keep listening, keep noticing the world around you, and keep enjoying real conversations in English.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. See you next time.